Hi guys, welcome back to Calculus videos. As you may know that we can't get enough of calculus shortcuts. In this video, we're going to mention about two secret derivative tricks that have never taught in the classroom. Alright, let's talk about the first one. In the first one it says d over dx 1 over f of x. As you can see that the f of x function is in the denominator. In this case, if I try to differentiate this function, my shortcut method is going to be like this. Negative f prime x divided by f of x to the power of 2. Alright, so let's put this method in motion. Let's get started. In this first example, what we see is d over dx times 1 over sine x. So in this case, my f of x function is sine x. So if I apply this method, this is going to be equal to negative d over dx sine x and divided by sine x to the power of 2. So we know that the derivative of sine x is equal to cosine x, and there's negative sign in front of it, so it's going to be negative cosine x over sine squared x. That's the first example. Alright, piece of cake. So let's move on to the second example. In this case, my f of x function, as you can see, is ln x. So this derivative is going to be equal to negative d over dx ln x and divided by ln x to the power of 2, and that's going to be equal to, so the derivative of ln x, if you remember that, that's going to be equal to 1 over x. So negative 1 over x divided by ln x to the power of 2. If you want to go one step further to simplify that or put it in a nicer way, that's going to be equal to negative 1 over x times ln x to the power of 2. That's the answer for the second example. Okay, let's move on to the third example. In the third example, my f of x function is e to the power of 3x. Then if I apply the method, that's going to be equal to equals negative d over dx e to the power of 3x divided by e to the power of 3x to the power of 2. So we know that the derivative of e to the power of 3x is going to be equal to negative, actually that negative comes from the formula, so negative 3 times e to the power of 3x over e to the power of 6x. If you want to go one step further to simplify that, it's going to be equal to negative 3 times e to the power of negative 3x. That's the final answer for the third example. Okay, let's move on to the second derivative trick. In this second derivative trick, let me use a different color. Okay, in this case, what we see is d over dx a times f of x plus b divided by c times f of x plus d. In this case, a, b, c, and d are constant numbers. So in order for us to apply this shortcut method, what we need to see is f of x, it should be both on top and on the bottom. Okay? As long as we verify that, so this is the formula. So f prime x times a times d minus b times c, kind of we do cross product, and divided by bottom expressions power of 2. Okay, let's solve the first problem. In this first problem, what I see is d over dx 3x squared plus 1 divided by negative x squared plus 4. As you can see that, what I see is x squared on top and x squared on the bottom, which means my f of x function is x squared. Sorry, f of x function is x squared. Okay, so let's figure out the first derivative of it, and that's going to be equal to just 2x, applying the power rule. So then a is 3, b is 1, c is negative 1, and d is 4. Okay, so look, it's now time to apply this formula. So it's going to be equal to first derivative, which is 2x, times, we're going to do cross product, so it's going to be 3 times 4 minus 1 times negative 1 divided by negative x squared plus 4 to the power of 2, which is the denominator squared. So let's simplify that. 2x times 2 times 4 is 12, and 1 times negative 1 is negative 1, but there's another negative sign, so it's going to be positive 1. So 12 times, 12 plus 1 is 13, divided by negative x squared plus 4 to the power of 2. So 13 times 2x is going to be equal to 20 6x divided by negative x squared plus 4 to the power of 2. That's the answer. Okay, let's move on to the second example about the shortcut method. But before that, I would like to clean up this board. Alright, in this second example, what we see is 3 times sine x plus 5 divided by 2 times sine x minus 4. So as you can see that sine x and sine x on top and on the bottom. So which means my f of x function is sine x. Okay, and the derivative of sine x is going to be equal to cosine x. Okay, and also my constant numbers a equals 3, b equals 5, c equals 2, and d equals negative 4. Okay, alright, if you need to rearrange the expression a bit, okay, you need to do that because the order of the order of the terms matter. Okay, alright, so that expression is going to be equal to f of f prime x, which is cosine x, times, we're going to do cross product, so 3 times negative 4 minus 5 times 2 divided by denominator squared, which is 2 sine x minus 4 squared. Let's try to simplify it. So 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, 5 times 2 is 10, so it's going to be negative 22 times cosine x divided by 2 sine x minus 4 to the power of 2. That's my final answer about this. Alright guys, if you already liked watching this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.